Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Y'all, I can't make this up. I have to I have to do what the Lord says do. I'm going live here on two platforms, Facebook and YouTube. YouTube, my channel is On Point with Pretty Baby. So if anybody on Facebook will care to follow me on YouTube, then that's my channel. That's my tag. Anyway, On Point with Pretty Baby. So I have to address, of course, both. I'm doing both at the same time or whatever. Oh, the color is different. But anyway, you know, thank you all for tuning in to another segment of On Point with Pretty Baby. I have a urgent message, if you will, words, me. As I say all the time, as well in my description or whatever, it's just me being Pretty Baby, living out loud, you know. So, as I said in my title and my description, etc., I can only give you me. I can only tell you my truth. I can only give you my truth. Okay. It's not made up. It's not sugar coated. It's not scripted. It is what it is. Now, with that being said, I had to come to you all in Facebook as well. I had to come to you all and give you what I just experienced. As God is my witness, and you know what God is giving me to share with you all. I know I'm usually like all over the place. You know, I'm doing skits. I'm basically being funny, doing funny or whatever. Or I just may go live just for the hell of it, you know. But all in all, it's just my reality. Uh, anyway, it's just so much. It's just so much. Where do I start, God? Okay. Here on YouTube, I have been watching Latoya Okia a lot lately. And, like she mentioned, set up your spiritual FYP. So, of course, if I'm constantly watching her videos, then the more of her videos are going to come in my queue or for my FYP, my spiritual FYP or whatever, Facebook, I do still do me. I still, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to portray like I'm something or someone else or something, whatever. I'm just me. It's just on different platforms or whatever. I do, I just come with a different, how can I put that? Not really different persona, but different messages, etc., etc., But anyway, this morning, like I said, I watch Latoya Okia all the time. So, I would watch her, not watch her. I would let her videos play while I'm asleep. So, of course, I'm dreaming about her. So, God is dealing with me in my sleeping state, you know what I'm saying, while I'm asleep or whatever. So, anyway, I know that, like, one of her messages, and she was saying, how we keep it in step. If y'all familiar with her, keep it in step. Be aligned with God, you know what I'm saying? Do what God wants us to do. So anyway, with that, one of the things would you make a prayer, what am I trying to say? Routine, basically routine, okay? So have a prayer routine. Have this, have that, or whatever. So she walk you through the steps and everything. So today, I read Psalm 33 twice, because I really want to get it in my spirit, you know what I mean? I want to feel it. I want to hone in, and I want it to be me, you understand? So, I read that twice or whatever, and then aside from that or whatever, I'm praying earnestly, you know what I'm saying? God, keep me humble. God, be my joy, be with me, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, I did mention earlier that I was going live or whatever because I don't have security cameras or whatever, but I have a sense that someone comes into my apartment when I'm going, of course, maintenance or whatever. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, I went to my doctor's appointment and everything. Lo and behold, of course, remember, like I said the prayer. I say, God, be with me. Be, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to be triggered. I don't want to, get upset or anything like that or whatever. But anybody who know how the enemy works, yes, you doing what's right, you praying to God, you trying to be on the straight and narrow or whatever, you better believe he's going to send tests, right? He's going to try you. So he tried me. I get to the place, there's no one there, not even the receptionist. And I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So, one of my worker, she was supposed to, well, both two of my workers were supposed to be coming because it's like a team meeting, But anyway, I'm communicating like, okay, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Nobody's letting me know, okay, well, I won't be there. I'm running late, XYZ. They're not communicating that to me. So I get there. There's no one there. I'm the only one in the building, in the office or whatever. So, after a while, I'm starting to get frustrated because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, this is not professional. So the enemy began to, I guess, like trigger me, get me a little worked up. I didn't get all irate and crazy or nothing, but it was like, God, so it started like kind of mess with my spirit a little. And so then now I finally get communication and, hold on. I started to get a little bit of communication, and I'm like, okay. But to me, I'm looking at it like, okay, the communication that is coming through is excuses or are excuses or whatever. And it's like, oh, I couldn't make it, or I'm on the other side of town, I'm this and that, and it's like, and they make, Anyway, make a long story short, I'm like, okay, so now I'm a little frustrated. But thank God I'm not like, like I said, which it could have gotten it because, like I said, in my past, I was that person where I would easily blow up, like, you know what I'm saying? But God has been constantly working on me, okay? But anyway, I don't know. I was like, I was fed up enough to say, you know what? I'm going to assert my true feelings and assert my rights, opinions, or whatever. And I just felt like, well, you know what? I'm going home. I'm going to go home. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I felt like doing at the time. And it's like, and I came home. God is so good. Because when I got home, luckily my peer support specialist, talked to me or whatever and let me know, okay, well, we can just do it virtual. I wish that had been the case from the beginning, because then I wouldn't have had to get all dressed up and whatever, bundled up in some tight, uncomfortable clothing, and then go out into the cold and travel to XYZ or whatever, and seeing a house fire. And I pray to God that those people are okay, no one is hurt. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I could have stayed home. Anyway, that's neither here or there. So we do the virtual meeting or whatever, and we handled that. So the next thing, I'm like, like I said, I'm trying to get back into my routine of praying, you know what I'm saying? Rebuilding my relationship with God. Y'all excuse me. Y'all know sometimes I had these wig mishaps, okay? And anyway, just as I'm getting ready, no, not getting ready, I'm sorry. But anyway, I was finishing up my lunch, eating my lunch or whatever. And I'm sitting on the bed and I'm listening to another video here on YouTube. And one woman, she was, speaking about, what's the message? Say there's a wind coming. People get ready. So God wants to urge his people and alert his people. Get your houses in order. Come back to God, you know what I'm saying? Rebuild. It's not too late. You can still be you, but you got to give him some of you. Are y'all hearing me, people? Y'all got to give him some of you, some of your time, some of your, you know what I'm saying, not effort, but your attention. You know what I'm saying? Come on. It's no joke. It's no joke. We got to look around and see what's going on in the country, and we got to know. And let me say this. Let that not be your only time to go to God and trust in God and cry out to God. But look, now is definitely a state of emergency, state of urgency, a state of, you get what I'm talking about? Don't panic, but trust in God. You understand what I'm saying? But don't let this be the end. What they say, end all be all. You know what I mean? But God is there. He's there for you. So anyway, the lady, she's speaking, and she's constantly, she's speaking in tongue and everything or whatever. And I always would be like, how I was taught, you gotta go through this, that XYZ in order to develop speaking in tongue. But let me tell you something. I beg to differ today. I beg to differ because when you are sincere and wholeheartedly, in tune with God, connected, and you want God to pour that out on you, pour that into you, let you speak in tongue, let you experience that or whatever. Let me tell you, it's no step, it's no right or wrong way to do it. But you have to trust in God, you have to believe in God, you have to call on God, and furthermore, you have to be in tune. You have to pray. So let me tell y'all something. I was sitting on the bed. So like I said, despite what I was taught, despite what I knew or learned or believed, so I'm sitting on the bed and I'm like, you know what? I'm hearing her speaking. And I know that in my past, when I did speak and, that's how the spirits, the spirits were connecting. God was in me and I was in him. And that's, it's just boom. Okay. So anyway, that's just going through my head. And it's like all of a sudden, like a thought just say, you know what? You don't have to do all that. Just focus on God. Ask God for that. Just like Proverbs say, ask God for wisdom and he will give it to you. You know what I mean? And I know I'm not verbatim with it, but he will give it to you. You know what I'm saying? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No questions, no guilt, no punishment, no scorn, no nothing. God will give it to you. But you got to trust. You got to believe. So you ask God for that and he going to give it to you. But I think about, I think it's in the book of Revelation, how in the last days, how God will pour out his spirit on flesh, on all flesh. Should you tune, should you believe, should you want, or better word, desire. Do you desire it? So anyway, I'm just thinking like, okay. So it's like, okay, soon as I thought on it. Anyway, it was like synchronization. Some numbers, a series of numbers came into my, view or whatever. And I've been like, that's been constantly following me around or whatever. And I always say, that's God. No, it ain't just me saying it, but I'm telling y'all, that's God doing, God working, okay? So anyway, the number showed up and I'm like, oh, I can't make this up. So then I thought back on some other things. I'm like, whoa, that was that. Oh, I can't make that up. God knows I can't make it up. So now I'm talking to God. I'm like, God, I'm not making it up and woo, and so. And just like that. I just get in the spirit and I'm thanking and praying and whatever. And that's before I'm in tongues again. Not again, but I'm in tongues. Well, I'll say again because I hadn't done it in years. But I was under the belief that you have to be a certain thing. You have to do it a certain way in a certain order. You know what I mean? So, but God just proved, no, that's a lie. Don't you tell me how to operate mine. Don't you tell me how to connect with my people, how and when. This is thus says the Lord. Don't tell me how to do it. This is mine. I'll do it. So as soon as I thought on those things and I'm thinking, praising God and thanking him and how glorious and woo, God poured it out. Like, you know what? Oh, you want a fresh drink of water? He just poured it out. And before I knew it, I was just so engulfed and embellished. And I'm not be saying the wrong word, but I was speaking in tongue. And when I speak in tongue, it's like that spirit you can feel. Any of my saints, any believers, any Christians, y'all already know. Y'all know how it go. So I'm like, wow. I won't say, and so to speak, I'm like, I'm back, but not even that because I'm still me. But that does not, you know what I'm saying? How can I put that? Put a distance in how I communicate with God or being connected with God or trusting God and loving on God and God loving on me and me accepting and receiving God. It does not say anything because I could get up from here right now and go and make a TikTok video and be just a silly woo because God knows I am still me. God knows that you are still you. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to fake the funk. You don't have to pretend to be somebody that you're not. You don't have to be. Just because a lot of the world society, the world, oh, look at you, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be XYZ, or why you talking about that when you only supposed to be talking about, they can't put you in no box. They say don't put God in a box. You can't put God in no box. God is too big for a box. You understand what I'm saying? You're too big for a box. Just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? People can't put you in a category. Now, even though, now as a content creator, there's the thing called a niche. You know what I'm saying? A genre. You know what I'm saying? You have to, it's certain things in order to pick up the algorithm. But let me tell you something. The algorithm, I'm not really too much concerned about. I'm going to be me. So whether you flood or send attention my way, you get what I'm saying, and get up my views, etc., 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 put me in that category, boom, 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 and then they go, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. You know what I mean? I've been in low numbers or whatever for years, but it has not stopped me from being who I am. It hasn't stopped me from creating. It has not stopped me from, you know, putting stuff out there. I'm just going to be who I am. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would take, no, I'm not would take, but I'm going to take this for instance. Like, I deal with mental trauma, okay? And I was just watching this video, whatever. I was on my computer last night, and Oprah's podcast. Oprah, you know, she doing her podcast or whatever, and she was interviewing this one guy, Michael, I forgot his last name, and Bob Parsons, which is the creator of or the founder of GoDaddy. Y'all remember GoDaddy? GoDaddy. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, and they were talking about psychedelic therapy. Psychedelic therapy, which consists of them using psychedelic drugs such as mushrooms, probably, I won't say PCP because I didn't hear that. But basically, yeah, like mushrooms and other stuff or whatever, psychedelic drugs to, as a therapeutical resource or whatever, you know. And I'm like, I might want to try that one day. But I know that I have been considering hypnotherapy. But anyway, what was my point? Because, you know, to differentiate the two between mental illness and mental trauma. No, I'm not sick. No, I'm not schizophrenic. No, I can function. I can control. I maintain this and that or whatever. But see, I had to learn the difference. No, I'm not mentally ill. But I have mental traumas because everything that I go through, experience, such as my anxiety, such as my fear, such as my, you know what I'm saying, distrust or whatever, everything is connected through my trauma. You know what I'm saying? It's all related to my trauma. And I just learned that. I just realized that. So I will be using different terminology going forward, okay? So no, I'm not mentally ill. I don't have an illness. I have traumas that I'm overcoming, that I'm working through, Lord behold, you know. I'm working through it because God is working on me. And I just thought I would throw that out there. But I was about to say, you know what I'm saying, I would be ashamed. I would be ashamed of who I am, be ashamed to express myself or whatever. But, you know what I'm saying, if I feel it, I have to do it. And God just let me know that. It's like, okay, all the time when I was trying to suppress it and be ashamed and hold it back and keep from letting people see that, God has been letting me do that anyway. And that will come with the, thank you, TikTok, because you know what, they therapy. And I said it before, this TikTok is my therapy. But anyway, by me being able to act out and clown around or whatever, that was my way. I was releasing. And a lot of times, no, not just a lot of times, but more than likely, dealing with trauma. Remember, I said I wasn't going to keep using that. But dealing with those things or whatever, you want to release. And that's the way that you deal with things. That's the way that you heal from things. That's the way that you cope. You know what I'm saying? You release it. You know how they say let go and let God? So you release. That's releasing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, but I didn't know how to sum it up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to, you know what I'm saying, word it or term it or however, whatever. But God let me know now that that's all it was. That's what you were doing. You know what I'm saying? So psychedelic therapy, TikTok therapy, God therapy, all that therapy is like God say, let it go, release it. You know what I mean? But I was so ashamed of that. I was so ashamed of that. And here it is in hindsight, I could look back and like, wow, look over my TikTok channel. All these years, I was really clowning. I was acting out, and some people may judge and say, "Ooh, but you know what though? I was getting it out. So thank you guys. Just let me know. I was healing when I didn't realize I was healing. I was being a fool. I was just letting it out. But it was letting it out. It was releasing. Look at God. But yeah, y'all, it didn't take no well, let me go to church. Let me get baptized. Let me go to what was it we used to have? New members class. Let me do it like this. No, it was no particular order. I just asked God. And just like that, he gave it to me. He poured out that spirit, okay? He poured it out. Say, daughter, you want to speak in tongues? Okay, go ahead and speak in tongue. Because if anybody knows, as the Bible says, when you're speaking in tongue, it's the spirit. You're communicating via the spirit. You're communicating to God, okay? So, y'all feel so good right now. I'm refreshed. I'm like, Once again, on my girl Latoya Okia, she was mentioning on this video I was watching yesterday. You know what I mean? She was speaking. Her video was I forget the title of the video, but she was speaking on Hannah and Peninnah. Okay, anybody familiar with the Bible? Y'all may know the story, Hannah and Peninnah, but how Peninnah would tease Hannah because Hannah didn't have no children, and for so long she did that or whatever, and Hannah ended up going to the priest, I believe. Yeah, priest, and praying, God, please bless me with a child. Woo, 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 woo. And anybody, y'all know the story, y'all know the story. But anyway, basically, okay, Hannah was praying. And she didn't let up until she, how did it go? She felt, well, actually, I'm going to take it how it was. Eli, which is the priest, he say, woman, are you drunk? Woo, woo, woo. She, no, I'm not drunk. I'm praying, this and that or whatever. I want a child. He says, no, okay, so be it unto you. And, God bless her. So, but by him speaking those words, be it unto you, or so it is done, or however, whatever, that's what, I'm saying, let her know, okay, well, my blessings are going to come true. And it's done. So, make a long story short, like Latoya was saying, you pray until you feel that thing, till you feel that it's released, till you feel that it's been answered, till you feel that healing. You pray until that moment, until it comes. And I'm telling you, I'm at that point, okay? I ain't done, definitely not done, but I just had to come and share that with y'all, you know what I'm saying? So if anybody else out there, going through it, experiencing whatever, listen, pray until it's done. Pray until you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Keep on walking until you feel it. I'm all over the place. But keep on walking, okay? You may need some healing. You may need some happiness. You may need whatever. But keep on going until you get it. But even after that, still keep going, okay? You know how the saying, the expression is the sky's the limit. And it's thought about Biggie. The sky's the limit. Okay, is it really a limit? Okay, well, I can get up to this cloud, but if I can go further out into orbit, then I'm going to keep going. You understand what I'm saying? The sky is not the limit. You can go past the sky, but I get it. The sky's the limit. The sky is never ending. It's never ending. So it's never an ending. So keep on going, okay? So anyway, I just had to share that with y'all right quick or whatever. I'm trying to get back in here, and I don't know what to do next. I don't know what's coming, you know what I'm saying? I hope that I have encouraged somebody. But yeah, y'all, everything worked out. I was tested, but I passed. I passed, y'all feel me? Anyway, God is so good. God is so good. But I hope that I encouraged somebody today. And, I know what I was going to say. I don't really mind if my videos to anybody is boring, is not so exciting, or I'm not on here with drama, or I'm not on here with acting out, or I'm not sticking to this, you know what I'm saying? She's not being spiritual. Why is she dipping and dabbing? She back and forth, in and out, went out. Let me tell you something. All over the place. And I'm gonna tell y'all what God gave me. I said that the other day. And like I said, like I'm all over the place and woo woo woo, and God said we gonna use that. We gonna use that. You know what I'm saying? You are what you are. You are who you are. You are all over the place. So that means I'm gonna do comedy. I'm gonna do motivation. I'm gonna do spiritual. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be working out. Show y'all I'm in the gym. I'm gonna show y'all if I had a dog, I'd be outside walking my dog. I'm gonna show y'all every angle of me. So you can either deal with it or you don't. Accept it or you don't. You don't have to. But all I can do is give you me. All I can do is give you my truth, give you my reality. You understand me, Facebook? You understand me, YouTube, TikTok, whoever. That's all I can do is just give you who I am. Judge me if you will. It's not right. I wouldn't advise it. You know what I'm saying? God said, do not touch his prophet. No. Do not touch his anointed and do his prophet no harm. Okay? I'm just saying. I am just saying. Anyway, y'all, I got to get up out of here because it's something else waiting for me. So y'all have a blessed day. Okay? Happy Friday. Have a lovely weekend. And there's more on the horizon. But I'll get back to y'all later. Okay? God bless.